Good afternoon, folks. My name is Hitzemann, County Court Judge here in Hernando County. You folks are here for your first appearance. Purpose of the first appearance is so that you may be informed of the charges against you. I'll determine if probable cause exists for those charges. Probable cause simply means that it's more likely than not that a crime has occurred. It's more likely than not that you're the person who committed the crime. Of course, as you stand before me today, I presume that you're innocent to these allegations. That presumption of innocence will stay with you through every stage of the proceedings unless and until the state attorney's office is able to prove the allegations against you beyond and to the exclusion of a reasonable doubt. We'll set your conditions of pretrial release, that is your bail or your bond. In most cases, you've had a bond set already pursuant to the bond schedule here in the 5th Judicial Circuit, the warrant which led to your arrest. I'll determine if that bond should be raised or lowered or left the same, or whether there'll be additional conditions of pretrial release placed upon you. We'll let you know when your next court date will be. If you'd like to have the services of the public defender, I'll gladly appoint the PD to represent you this afternoon. You do have a right to have contact with folks on the outside, family, friends, counsel. If you have not had a chance to make that call, please let me know. We'll make sure that that happens. Finally, and most importantly, you're advised that you do have an absolute right to remain silent with regard to the facts which surround your arrest. I encourage you to do that. These proceedings are recorded. In addition, there is an assistant state attorney in the courtroom with me. If you say something that tends to incriminate you, they will use it against you in the prosecution down the road. I now need each and every one of you there at the jail to please raise your right hands and be sworn. Everybody. There you go. You all solemnly swear affirm, tell truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Outstanding. When I call your name, please step forward to the podium. Robert Garrity. Robert, what's your date of birth?
1965.
All right, Robert, this is a warrant out of Brevard County. It's for violation of probation. Judge who signed the warrant set your bond at no bond. We can't change that. As soon as you're done with whatever you got to do here, they'll notify Brevard County, who will then have 15 days to come get you, all right?
I bonded out last night on what you did for me the other day.
Okay, then they got 15 days to come, or 5 days to come get you right now, okay?
If they don't come get me, can I leave?
That depends. They'll bring you back to see me if you're still here in 5.
Thank you.
Thank you. Michelle Loria. Michelle, what's your date of birth?
6/26/86.
So we got 2 new charges. I've got a criminal use of personal identification and uttering a forged check. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender. I'm going to leave the bonds now on these per the schedule, which is $5,000 on the criminal use and $2,000 on the check. That's $7,000. We'll add these to the 7th of January, which is where your other cases are. If you should get out, you should go see the public defender. Otherwise, they're going to come see you at the jail before you go to court, okay?
So what's my total bond amount?
$7,000 on these 2. I'm not sure what it is on your other. I think the one from there was a misdemeanor earlier that was $500, and I think your other felony is $5,000. So that would be $12,500 all the way around. All right.
There's no way to lower it?
Nope. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Justin Pace. Justine, what's your date of birth?
2/16/88.
Justine, you have 5 charges today: possession of controlled substance, 2 counts of possession of New Legend drug, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, 1 count of shoplifting. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. State.
There is an adjudication for petty theft, driving while license suspended second, no motor vehicle registration, attaching tag not assigned from December of 2018 here in Hernando. She also has an adjudication for driving while license suspended 2017, adjudication for driving while license suspended 2017, withhold for no valid driver's license 2016, adjudication for leaving the scene of an accident 2016, and a withhold for possession of alprazolam and paraphernalia from 2010.
Ms. Pace, I have an address for you on Shepherd Avenue in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you been there?
6 months.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
No.
How long has it been since you worked?
About a year.
All right. On the controlled substance, I'll set the bond at $2,000. On the 2 counts of New Legend drug at $1,000. On the paraphernalia and the retail theft at $500 each. That's going to be a total of $5,000. You'll be back in court on the 15th of January. Very important to see the public defender if you get out. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Caleb Byer. Afternoon, Caleb. What's your date of birth?
2/23/91.
Caleb, I have looks like 6 charges altogether. I have a burglary of a dwelling, a grand theft auto, another grand theft auto, criminal mischief, and resisting without violence. And then it appears that you're currently on felony probation. Is that right?
Yes.
And so there's a probable cause arrest for the violation of probation. There's probable cause all the way around. As to those charges, you're going to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
I'm public defender.
I'll point the PD. What we're going to do on these, on the burglary, I'll set the bond at $10,000. On the first grand theft at $2,000. These are all going to be coming back on January 15th. On the second grand theft, I'll set the bond at $2,000. And on the criminal mischief and the resisting at $1,000 each. Also coming back on the 15th. And then finally the VOP, the bond will be no bond. You're not entitled to bond on a VOP. That also is coming back on the 15th of January. Public defender will come see you at the jail before you go to court again, okay?
Sounds great.
Thank you. Corey Connolly. Afternoon, Corey. What's your date of birth?
June 1st, 1987.
Corey, I have a warrant for you out of Pasco County. The judge that signed the warrant found probable cause for grand theft and a fraudulent use and set the bond at $10,000 on each count. I can't change those, so that's a total of $20,000. If you could post those bonds, you can get out of jail here. Go to Newport Richie, find out when they want you in court. If you can't post them, I'll give Pasco 5 days to come pick you up. If they haven't picked you up in 5 days, they'll bring you back to see me. It never takes 5 with Pasco, but if you're still here in 5, they'll bring you to see me, okay?
And Judge, he has,
Thank you, Your Honor.
he has an open case here except for Raymond tomorrow.
Okay. Michael Flamia. Afternoon, sir. What's your date of birth?
3/20/61.
Michael, you're hearing a warrant signed by Judge Healis. She actually signed it for me. It's my case. Found probable cause for a VOP. If you wanted to resolve the VOP today, Michael, it's 60 days in the county jail. If you want to have a chance to talk to a lawyer before you do that, you sure can do that. What do you want to do?
Can talk to a public defender, please?
Very good. I'll appoint the public defender. I'll have you back on January 15th. PD will come see you before then, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Dennis Godby. Afternoon, Dennis. What's your date of birth?
11/14/1974.
Dennis, you're here on a writ to bodily attachment. That means that a child support hearing officer and a circuit court judge determined that you owe some child support. They set a cash purge of $1,070. Do you have that much cash laying around, Dennis?
I'm sorry.
All right. You working these days?
Yes, sir, I was.
Okay. Where do you work?
Little Lady Cafe.
All right. And is there some amount of money y'all could come up with if it meant getting out of jail today?
I could probably come up with 200.
Okay. You got the 200? Okay.
My girlfriend does.
Right? Yep, she's here. That's you, right?
All right.
Okay, yeah. All right, hang on a second. Alright, Dennis, I'm gonna find you in contempt for failing to pay child support. Sanction for that contempt is 10 days, in the county jail or until you pay a cash purge of $150. So as soon as $150 shows up at the jail, they'll get you out. That doesn't solve your child support problem. So once you get out, you're gonna wanna get a hold of the folks at Child Support Enforcement and make sure that this doesn't happen again. If you ignore the problem and don't take care of it, this will happen again. You get arrested again, alright?
Yes, sir.
Alright, very good. 150
150 gets me out today?
Yep, she's on her way.
Alright, thank you.
Travis Gunter?
Yes, sir.
Afternoon, Travis. Date of birth?
5/28/1982.
Charges disorderly intoxication. Stays this kind of thing can be solved today, or?
Judges,
Jeez.
if he wanted to take 30 days, he had a recent petty theft where he took 20 days on November 13, 2019. He had a trespass in
Just hang on,
September
Travis.
where he took 25 days.
Okay,
So,
that's fine.
yeah, I mean,
So Travis, only with 30 days, I assume you don't want to do 30 days today?
No, but I just don't understand why that would get so long. I've never been arrested for this, and I was, I asked to leave out of my friend's house. I walk out, and then
Travis, it's not up to me, it's up to the state, and that's what it is. You're going to represent yourself. You want to hire a private counsel? Would you like a public defender?
And also, I have until the 3rd to pay my child support purge, or I'll be arrested for it in Hillsborough. So
Okay, Travis, you're going to represent yourself. You want the PD?
PD.
I'm going to appoint the PD. I'll leave the bond at the $500. You'll be back in court on this on the 15th of January. If you bond out, make sure you contact the PD right away, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Michael Musser? Afternoon,
Yes, sir.
sir. What's your date of birth?
12/21/89.
Michael, the charge is grand theft auto. There's probable cause for the charge. As to that charge, you want to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like me to appoint the public defender?
Public defender, but this is supposed to be resolved. It was by my mother and my children and girlfriend at the time. All I did was move her car across the street.
Okay, Michael,
and then I drove
stop, Michael, stop. Let's not talk about what happened, okay? It can't get resolved today. There's probable cause. You got arrested, so we're going to have to go forward from here. So there's nothing I can do about any of it today, other than set your bonds. State, has he got any history?
well, he's currently on probation for possession of cannabis and battery, and he went on misdemeanor probation on those on May 8, 2019. My understanding is there will be a violation coming for those. He's got an adjudication for carrying a concealed weapon, possession of cannabis, possession of paraphernalia, it's 2 counts carrying a concealed weapon. 2012, adjudication burglary of a structure, 2011, those are out of Hernando. Adjudication possession of cannabis, 2011, out of Lake, and he has juvenile possession and paraphernalia.
I'm currently the sole supporter of my children. This kind of messed a lot of things up.
Okay. I've got an address for you on Groveland Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Not currently. I was actually currently living in Brookridge, and I was getting ready to move back in with my brother.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
I do. I just started a job last week making $18 an hour, and I was just about to go for custody of my children.
Okay.
And my mother and my children is spiteful, and this is why this is happening.
Okay. Very good. I'll set your bond at $1,000, Michael. I'll have you back in court on this on January 15th, okay? If you get out, contact the PD right away.
Alright. Am I violated or anything?
That's coming.
It's coming?
Yep.
So could I get out today?
You can get out if you post the bond.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Okay. Kenneth Taylor? Afternoon, Ken. Date of birth?
11/7/81.
Ken, you got 2 charges today: possession of drug paraphernalia, providing false name. There's probable cause for those charges. As to those charges, you wish to represent yourself. You're going to hire private counsel. Would you like the public defender?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the PD. State.
Showing an adjudication for battery in 2017 out of Hernando, adjudication for burglary of a structure 2016 out of Hernando, adjudication no valid driver's license 2016 out of Hernando, adjudication for 3 counts possession of a controlled substance and paraphernalia 2016 out of Hernando, adjudication paraphernalia 2012 out of Hernando, adjudication no valid driver's license 2013 out of Hernando, withhold on no valid driver's license 2004, and there's also delinquency with possession, drug paraphernalia, and retail.
Okay. I can't have an address for you on Campbell Drive. Is that where you live?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
The 26th of this month, sir, I was actually going into rehab.
Okay.
Uh,
Have you been working?
no, sir, I'm not working right now.
Okay. I'll set your bond at $500 on each count. That's a total of $1,000. We'll have you back in court on January 15th. If you get out, contact the public defender right away, okay?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Jay, you got anything else for me?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.